next in our 59 kilo combat jiu-jitsu division. She's 31 years of age from Beachside Jiu-Jitsu under coach Lachlan Conway. We have Victoria Gonzalez. On the other side, she's 32 years of age, fighting out of Fusion Fight and Fitness under coach Ethan Cannon. We have Melissa Patrick.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 2 of the main card. This is an under 59 kilo combat jiu-jitsu match sponsored by Gennaro Plumbing and Drainage. Introducing first, in the blue corner, at 31 years of age, fighting out of Beachside Jiu-Jitsu under coach Lachlan Conway, weighing in at 59 kilos. Please welcome Victoria Gonzalez.
No stranger to the Fusion Fighting Championship cage, where Victoria Gonzalez always smiles, always high energy, always ready to put on a show. But don't let that smile fool you. She is an absolute beast on those mats.
I was just about to say the exact same thing, Chris. That smile turns to a scowl very quickly. A fierce and well-known competitor, a world champion in jiu-jitsu. This person that you're seeing enter the ring right now is an elite level practitioner in the country. You're about to see something special with this matchup.
And her opponent in the red corner at 32 years of age, fighting out of Fusion Fight and Fitness under coach Ethan Cannon, weighing in at 58.7 kilos. Please welcome Melissa Patrick.
Melissa Patrick, Fusion Fight and Fitness, another smiling assassin, training with some of the best people around in that region. Look, it's very interesting that this is going to be taking place in CJJ rules here. Slaps are allowed. These are 2 elite jiu-jitsu practitioners stepping out into the combat jiu-jitsu scene. Very interesting to see how this one plays out. As we mentioned, Ethan Cannon in the corner and on the card later tonight. It's going to be a strong representation of what they have to offer.
Yeah, both very seasoned competitors. We've seen them out there. We've seen them do a lot of jiu-jitsu. Now we're going to chuck in some slaps. Looks like it's just a little bit of blood from the previous match that Nuni Lopez is cleaning up right now.
Only a little bit.
All right, looks like we are underway and ready to go.
I need a new iPhone, whole key call, coming midnight black, cause I keep a clock bar. Midnight came 3 times, still she call. How you gonna hold me down?
Here we go, Gonzalez, Patrick, combat jiu-jitsu is underway. And Patrick straight away deciding to sit down and pull guard, and now slaps are allowed. Yep. And there's your first slap.
And another symptom of, a pure jiu-jitsu athlete coming into a combat jiu-jitsu setting, slaps are definitely on if someone wants to play supine. And Vicky taking full advantage of that early. I think Patrick has definitely come in with a specific idea about where she wants to take this match, and it looks like that idea was legs.
Straight to the legs, but one way to defend leg locks is just slap that person straight in the face.
You saw Vicky landing strikes of her own, opts to go back onto a leg with a single butterfly Ashi, and then goes out to outside Ashi. She'd likely want a 50-50 out of this, and she does bail there. Doesn't want to get stacked, doesn't want to get pressured.
Patrick on top, manages to get the pass in top side control right now. Now, do you want to give up the position to slap and posture up, or do you want to just keep building to better positions?
It looks like Melissa came in more with an intention to grapple than to slap, to be honest. I mean, pulling guard and supine early, making her way to chest.
Yeah, Josie, what are your thoughts? You're in there, you're our combat champ. What are you thinking right now?
I think if you're in a position like this, to side control, you definitely need to isolate an arm before you start slapping. If you were to sit up and start slapping now, you might lose position. But she's chosen to go to the mount, which is a really good decision for slaps.
Yeah, it was all about that positional streamline right to this spot where she can now land damage with maximum control.
Good, Victoria doing what she needs to do to get up, but at the same time, it is opening her up for chokes and submissions.
Yeah, she's choosing the forward rotation route. Unfortunately, got flattened out there. And that's very common when you're getting struck because you're essentially trying to get away from the strikes there. Caught in a bit of a mount and back take cycle here. Vicky's getting closer to the cage. Melissa looks in strong control.
To Victoria's credit, she's in her corner right now. She's got Lachlan Conway, her partner, her coach, out there giving her the advice that she needs.
And we've seen Vicky in really rough positions before in these matchups persevere and come back late to take it. But the dominance is quite clear in the early stages.
Yeah, she is super tough, but she's going to have to risk something big to get out of this position.
Now, it looks like Melissa's looking for a mounted triangle, looking for an attack from here.
Simple things go a long way in these types of scenarios. A simple, as you see, gift wrap can open up a strike. It can elicit a rotation, and that's what occurs. Back control, obviously, now for Melissa Patrick. We can't quite see the extent of the choking arms, but you know that that fight is taking place. A quick angle change there gives us an insight.
Now, look, that left arm starting to cinch in. It's starting to get a little bit deeper. Comes out, chucking a couple of slaps.
Yeah, slaps can be encouraging to open up a little bit, and then maybe you can find the sub.
Pressing against the cage like this, it's the lesser of two evils because she can use that cage to stand, but she can also be pressed against it and damaged. So Vicky doing an okay job here as she builds height, but Melissa, again, up to the task, building height ahead of time. This is a good option here for Vicky, but look at that flexibility and the breakdown option.
Yeah, excellent reversal by Melissa there. And now straight onto the strangle with the fulcrum grip.
Even with the arm in, there is a potential strangle she can still pull off.
Yeah, tacatines, rotolitines, they're a real thing. Not like omoplatas.
Victoria still on the fight. There is 3 minutes left in this match. Our fight clock brought to you by G-Shock.
Yeah, Vicky's going to have to do something really, really risky to get out of this position, but right now she's just getting positionally controlled.
Rough one across the nose there.
I was going to say that's not comfortable. That left arm, though, is now starting to sink in a little bit now. The right arm.
We've got to give credit where it's due here. Melissa played this one right on the line. It was about the control to set up these positions, and back control riding is so dominant in any form of grappling, but especially in a combat setting where you can soften up and jump on chokes.
And this is looking like it's deep. Victoria doing everything she can to keep that chin protected, keep the neck protected. It's starting to get a little bit deeper. Melissa's committing to the choke.
Vicky saying no there and slapping back out of a fully locked in rear naked choke, one-hand defense.
She's so tough.
Her chin is tucked. It's starting to peel it off. Amazing work by Victoria to defend that.
We got to give it up for Vicky for that one. That was absolutely true grit.
And Melissa not giving up any of this position here. It's probably the closest we've seen Victoria to getting out.
Yeah, a quick inside rotation, a quick modified Granby to get to this position. Vicky is visibly a little tired after that, and she's taking position slowly and purposefully. She knows what she needs to do to show the judges who was dominant in this match, and that is damage from this distance.
With a minute and a half left, something big has to happen now. Or a submission or a TKO.
Defending back control for that long is really rough, but look, Vicky is in it. She wants it. She's not out of it yet. But Melissa is so composed and so technical, and of course has a little bit more gas in the tank. Look at those strikes coming down from Vicky.
Yeah, these strikes are still heavy with 1 minute left.
1 minute remaining, ladies and gentlemen.
And you called it at the start. She wanted to get the legs at the start. She's still hunting those legs now.
Yeah, that was her pathway. That's what she noted for this matchup. It was a clear strategy. And throughout the last 45 seconds, you see the legs close. She feels that she's ahead. She felt it with the ascendancy of the back control. She needs to lock Vicky down from doing damage and create some angles for opportunities for submissions herself. And Vicky has to be the one to take the big risks.
With 30 seconds left, I believe Melissa's done enough to secure the victory. Now, Jazzy, what do you think of the match so far?
I think the match has been just grit from both. Super technical performance by Melissa, just to control Vicky, but Vicky's just so tough and so durable to just keep fighting. With 10 seconds left, she's just slapping, just trying to get something off.
This is trademark Vicky Gonzalez right here, right to the death.
What a fight between these two absolute warriors. Victoria Gonzalez, Melissa Patrick goes the distance. And it's straight back to smiles. They just slapped each other, tried to beat each other up, and then they're smiling and hugging afterwards. Here we see the replay.
I'd love to get a side-by-side on the facial expression.
Yeah, here we see Melissa attacking her game plan from the very start. She executed it perfectly. Leg entanglement straight to the back, and basically controlled Vicky for the majority of the match here.
And of course, those super deep rear naked choke attacks and scramble after scramble. Vicky finally getting out. Look at this. What a highlight that is. One hand and slapping back against the choke.
Just to attest to how up Vicky is as well.
So much trouble on my mind. Trouble on my mind. I got trouble on my mind. Trouble on my mind. So much trouble on my mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has come to an end for a unanimous decision victory. Red corner, Melissa Patrick.
Melissa coming away with the judges' decision here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute clinic of jiu-jitsu. A guard pull in combat jiu-jitsu is always risky. She took that risk, it paid off. She got on top, she rode the back, she did everything she needed to do to secure a victory here tonight.
That is complete faith in one's ability. She knew what she wanted, she took the risk. It was a calculated risk, and she went straight to work and got the result that she was looking for.
Well, not really. It's getting kind of chilly. Let's hit a couple bars, get some bitches wet willies. So getting jiggy.